Okay, we are on Dusty, and we're gonna gather cards here in Rhodes, and then we're gonna go rent a wagon and go make mash. I didn't see any telegrams. I feel like I'm missing a card over at the telegram station, so we might as well go over there and double check to make sure we don't have telegrams, and then look around again. I was re-looking at my VOD, and something tells me I'm missing one over there. I wonder if there's one on the rooftop. I don't want to get in trouble though. I feel like there's one at this bell that I wasn't paying attention. I kind of paid attention to the benches, but not really the bell itself. That's what I was thinking when I was looking at my VOD. Just like, why didn't I check the bell? I checked all the benches, but not the bell. I was completely wrong. I could have sworn I've seen someone pick up one from the bell. Guess not. Alright, well. I'll send a telegram to Alistair when we get ready to leave for
How do you do?
Ma'am?
words. Oh, matchmaking. I don't know if that's people having to stand off the sheriff department, so we'll go this way. So there's one over here, and then we'll go towards the stable and the manor where those are. Oh good, there's no lady here I have to harass. I'm still wondering if it's random or if it's designated these cards are going to be tarot and these cards are going to be playing cards. Because I'm not entirely sure. It would make things a hell of a lot easier if I knew. But I didn't make notes. I should have made note. Maybe I need to go back in my VODs to make note to double check to see if it stays the same. There's one up on the side balcony. I'm sorry, buddy. That's what I get for going up a cliff. Alright, anyways. Yeah, I feel like I only got like 2 playing cards that time, and I feel like I got more last time, so I think it may actually be random. Anyways, we got those, so I guess we need to go rent ourselves a wagon. And packages. And I feel like we need to empty our stuff in the bank so we have more room. We'll send a telegram to Alistair. We're gonna rent a wagon. Well, I guess we should have gotten money out first. I think a wagon's $100. And then we need 4 crates. So that's 80, so we need $180. Unless Alistair insists, I'm going to pick the sugar. It's going to take longer, especially when I'm by myself, but Dusty's already spending $180 having to rent wagon and get crates for this. She doesn't want to spend another $250 on sugar. So, since she's doing it, she's going to do it this way. And apologies, it's going to be boring for a minute. Hopefully we get some RP tonight. We'll see. Because I am also determined to pick up more cards. So who knows? I don't even know if this recording doesn't show up, then RP didn't happen. If it does show up, then RP happened. You're just gonna have to skip through all the boring shit. I think the 5 slot is 100. I guess we can double check and then go to the bank. I don't repair. I want to do this. Okay. No. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Anyways. $100. So let's get $180 and clear out our bank a little, or clear out our pockets a little bit. And then when we go get the packages, or the crates, we'll send a telegram. 180. I'll make note of that. How's it going?
It's definitely going.
One of those days.
Absolutely.
I forgot to switch out outfits. I kind of want to do that. I don't want to switch out outfits, which is this way, actually. I'm getting bored of my outfit again. I need to, at some point, make another outfit for Dusty. Alright. Let's go put our horsey away and get a wagon. I think I'm just gonna RP that a local farrier is taking care of Patty and get Patty back in rotation. Give him some more time to rest and everything else, but I don't think I'm gonna get Conrad. So we'll just do that. Because I do like Guinness, but I also want to put Patty in rotation because he's a cutie. So I think I can do this in 4 crates, because it's 400 corn to 1,000 sugar, 400 sugar per crate, so that's 2 crates of full sugar, and then half a crate of another, and then corn is 400. You get 240 in one, so you only need 160 more. Which means a little bit's going to be spilling out of the crates, but I can just hold on to the rest of that. So I don't need to buy all 5 crates. And I'm going to lose my mind if the math is incorrect again. I don't know what the fuck happened, because that's right. I've double, tripled, quadrupled checked my math. That is right. On over to telegrams to get our crates and send that. Telegram to Alistair, just in case he wakes up. I wonder if there should be cards around here in the city too, but I feel like the city would be harder to kind of like walk around. There's way too much here. Oh shoot. I forgot to empty my pockets. I got distracted. So we gotta do that too. So let's go ahead and go do that, and then we can... We need to go that way anyways, actually, so you know what, no. Let's go get our crates and go send that telegram, then go up to the bank. Something must be happening in the city that I'm not aware of, because everyone seems to be down on their luck. They were doing the same thing to Echo when Rizzo canceled cleaning for the week. All right. Let's go to the bank real quick. Make our pockets empty. She wanted to be vague in the telegram because she doesn't need people looking. All right. To the sugar. Let's see how much we can get before Alistair finds us, if he comes online, that is. We're gonna ignore that. Alistair can find us. We're in 1 or 2 fields. Process of elimination, it's either corn or sugar. And if that's not him, then whoever else it is can wait. We have a job to do. We could have started back there, but since we came from the city way. These are shorter lines too, so. Than the other field. But I do believe I have to go through multiple fields if it's by myself. There's not enough sugar here, or sugar cane here to make all the sugar we need. The lag. Like taking forever to pick things. It's just like, I'm gonna stare at it for a moment before finally picking it. I just realized there's 2 fields of corn. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have an angry Alistair. Maybe that was a little too vague. I just realized we're in our corset. We need to take that off. He's not gonna sit here and pick. In our corset. We're at 100. 900 more to go. I love using details like that. Just mark where you're at so you don't forget. You basically use your shoe to mark an X in the mud. How's it going?
Sugar today.
Hmm?
Is that a shock you started with sugar today?
Well, I was in St. Denis, so I figured I'd come to the sugar cane.
I woke
And
up to the Rhodes Bank being robbed.
of course.
Yeah, I just everywhere I go, bank robberies. You know, it's like it's a forewarning of my imminent waking up.
Yeah, it's, you know what? That's an amazing forewarning to that.
I know it's kind of I don't know if it's a great sign for me, but it is what it is.
But yeah, I figured I'd start with the sugar. And I already spent $180 on that wagon, so I didn't want to spend another $250 on the sugar.
I mean, makes sense. The offer is still there if we happen to go through another crate though before he gets back.
Alright.
Yeah, I have a habit now, just lightly going down the street, see a large group right by the bank with people outside of it, and just casually turning around. Not my business.
I woke up and wandered around roads to look for cards before I came over here, and I saw a group of people gathering in front of the sheriff's office. So I was like, maybe I should stay on the outskirts and head out.
Oh Lord. Oh, I did see a group right past me when I was heading this way, so.
And the people in the city seem a little on edge themselves.
Oh really?
Yeah, some city person walked up to me and said, hey, while we're both at the bank, and I said, how's it going? And he's like, it's going. And it's like, one of those days, huh? He's like, yup. And he wandered off, so.
I don't know. City people just seem to be a bit different, a little rude in my opinion, but
Yeah.
who knows? maybe they get tired of smelling all that factory smog.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I might as well get to it, right?
Yeah, I'm already at 200. Yeah, I'm already at 200, so
And how much do we need?
we need 1,000.
All right. Oh,
I'm at a good start.
yeah. I'll go by faster now that got another set of hands here.
Yeah, I've been gathering. This is a shorter row, so I was able to gather 2 rows, crush it into sugar cubes, mark my spot so I don't lose where I'm at, and go put it in a crate and keep going. Because it's really easy to lose your spot by just kind of kicking X in the dirt,
Oh yeah. Right out.
which I
All
have
right.
lost. Where is it? Oh, there it is. All right.
All right. Let's get to it.
All right. Yeah, we're at 200. Do you have a mortar and pestle?
I do not.
Okay. Also, this field only gave me 272 sugar cubes, so this probably is the wrong field to be doing this at.
So if I finish up, it'll be what 500 some. So I mean
Yeah,
halfway. It's not the worst.
Yeah, it's true. We'll have to find another field after.
The field that is. Here, let me pull out the map.
The field that we used before was pretty good, but
Yeah, it's
I,
just down the road a little bit.
yeah, I couldn't remember where exactly it was. I
Like
just stopped at the first field.
it's the one that's usually like the closest corner to the swamp. That's
Oh,
away
that's
from the
right.
city. Yeah, that one you can easily get like 2 crates full, I think, especially with 2 people.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll just finish one, and if I gotta meander slowly, I'll meander slowly, you know?
All right. I'm gonna check this small field to see if there's any growing.
Excuse me. Hey, terribly sorry to bother you. You wouldn't have happened to see anybody injured like right around this area, would you?
Can't say that I had. It's just me and my friend over here. I've not really heard anyone yelling for help or anything.
All right, fair enough, thank you.
Looks like no. Yeah, these are too much. These are too baby. They're too baby. You can't pick them. That was so annoying. I want to punch myself for saying that. We have 272, so he should get basically the same.
Someone needed directions.
It was a ranger looking for someone who apparently is injured around here.
Oh, well. Guess we'll keep an eye out then, huh?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, which makes me wonder how the hell they got hurt out here.
I'm just what I'm wondering. I wouldn't know what would have hurt him.
Maybe angry little. They can be pretty shooty when they want to be.
Yeah, maybe. Or someone took a corner too tight and hit a abandoned or a building or something.
With how some people ride, it wouldn't shock me. All right, back to it.
Sadly, the little field over there is too it still needs some growing. I can't pick any of the sugar cane.
Damn.
Did you braid Sunshine's tail?
Oh, yeah.
It's not always been braided, right?
Oh, no.
Okay.
There you go. But no, I just thought she would look better with a bit of a kept tail,
Yeah.
Now, granted, she's decided that now that it's braided, she will hit me with it every time I go to put on her. She's decided, oh yes, you've given me a club. I shall use this. Thank you.
Yeah, I imagine that would hurt a lot.
Oh, it's worse when we were riding. I had to stop for a second. I thought maybe she had a rock in her shoe or something. So, I kneel back there, just give a look. I don't know much about horses, but I can at least get a rock out of a shoe. Next thing I know,
Yeah.
she whacks me in the head, about to fall over.
Oh God.
I was like, really, girl, really, this is how you're gonna thank me.
She's feeling sassy now. She's got a nice braid.
Apparently, she's feeling herself, I guess. But yeah, no. That and with how many horses that look like her, I figure, the blonde, with the braid, maybe she'll stand out a little bit more, so I don't accidentally mount up someone else's horse like I did in Rhodes because it was dark and they both had a braided tail. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess I did hitch her up here. That was not
Great.
my horse.
Uh, so someone else has got their tail or horse's tail braided.
Yeah. Oh, granted, they got the mane braided as well, so it's
Oh.
there's that. It's just from the angle I was at, I couldn't see the mane.
Do they have the same saddle too, or you just not pay attention to that?
I'm not paying that close attention.
Yeah, okay. All my horses have obnoxious saddles on it, so I just look for that.
To be fair, I don't see very many people with that sort of saddle riding
Yeah,
around, so
that's true.
I try to just look for that where I
Yeah, I'd
need to
probably
start.
probably pay attention to that or get some unique saddlebags or something.
Oh, basically.
I don't understand why this sugar cane is so heavy.
It's a bit insane, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. I mean, look how tall it is. And with the
Yeah,
water
that's true.
content,
Yeah, I
they're
guess
basically
that's
just
true.
giant tubes of fiber and water, I guess.
Yeah. We're at 300 and something.
It's a start.
Yep.
But alright, I'll get back to it. If you want to move on to another field, I'll just ride over when I got my pockets full.
You need to move the wagon too?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, that way someone's near it a little bit, you know.
Okay. I mean, I'll probably, you know, maybe do that field over there.
Yeah, I guess I think that's the really big one that's all the roads are good, I think.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll move over there anyway since it's close.
Yeah.
In case I need to yell or something.
Oh yeah, worst case, if you're like emergency, just shoot up in the air. I'll hear it from here.
Okay.
If you can't, just run over.
Yep. We're actually almost at 400. We just need 4 more.
There you go.
These are some big rows. I don't think this is the one we were at. That's fine. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is this one. Oh no, it is this one because we came in from that other road. Okay. Zoom. Can you imagine how hard, like, how much it would hurt if you, like, ran down the field like this and get slapped in the face by sugarcane? What are those two doing? Alright, just checking in on you.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay, there was another horse over here and I saw a group riding in, so.
I mean, there's someone sitting right over there at the dirt, and then there's another person picking.
Okay.
I'm so heavy.
Yeah, I heard the whistle and I peeked over and saw you coming over, so I stepped out of the field.
There you go.
Alright. Yeah, I wasn't sure what they were doing. I just saw them right up the road and saw horses over there, so.
Honestly, I'm not even sure either. I saw one start picking sugarcane, and then another one just sit in the dirt. I'm not gonna ask, you know.
Why wouldn't the other person help?
You know, maybe they needed a moment for their thoughts, and they just kind of wanted to hide in there. Who
I
knows?
guess so.
People are weird. It's the crossing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You know how much we're at now?
we're at 400, 450 something, or actually a little bit more than that, than whatever this comes up to, so probably more like 500 something.
All right. We're getting there.
Yeah, we're at 500, probably close to 600 at this point.
All right. Nearly there. I'm just 30 and haven't seen anyone.
Oh, are you all? I heard someone.
We're in the
There's
field.
Okay.
someone working in the field. We haven't seen anyone so far.
Yeah. So I'm a little confused because that tip that I saw was literally 2 minutes old when I first saw it and came to you guys. But there's no deputies anywhere in the health department or in the medical office, and it only said 4 were shot, and then only 2 were brought. So I'm extremely confused.
Yeah, that's very confusing. A ranger came up
Oh,
and asked
sorry.
the same thing a few minutes ago, and we've not seen anyone besides there's 2 other people in the field across the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought I was talking to the Rangers right now. Who are you?
I'm
Apologies.
Dusty. Just
Dusty.
taking some sugar.
I see. Well, nice to meet you. Good to know that the Rangers are here. Do you know which way they went?
That was probably like 5-10 minutes ago. I'm not entirely sure
Goodness.
if they've circled and left or not.
Okay. All right. Thank you. You didn't see
Mhm.
anything out this way? No one rushing
No,
about?
I've not heard or seen anything. I've just been out here with my friend picking sugar.
Okay. Yeah. Could you? Yeah, because we've got 4 missing deputies right now, and I don't know where they are.
Would you? I didn't hear what did you ask?
Just keeping an eye out for
Oh,
missing
okay.
deputies.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out, but yeah, we've not seen any big groups or anyone
heard
shouting for help
anything.
or heard anything.
Okay.
So.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Yep, no problem.
Interesting that they got calls out this way. I've not heard anything while out here.
Hello.
So,
No, these are my rows.
I'm taking both of them.
Oh, now you're a thief.
Uh-huh. I've
Should've
always been
known.
one.
I see how it is. Stealing from your own people, I get it.
There's a horse throwing its head over here. Did they not notice this?
I think it was from one of the people that rode up to the field.
Oh.
I think they dismissed it, but they decided to get injured.
What was that?
I said I did look around though, to see if anyone was over there, but then I remembered that was the horse the guy rode in on. The one that ran through the field to
Oh,
pick
okay.
some sugar.
Yeah, I've not heard anything while out here. I've not heard any shots or anything.
shots, yelling, nothing.
Yeah. A little strange that they got a call about that.
That was apparently 2 minutes ago, which
Yeah.
they've been waiting for a while. So
Yeah, the ranger came in like what, 5-10 minutes ago, so was it like 2 different
yeah,
problems out here?
I mean, they did say there was 4 deputies missing. So
No, they said 4 shot, 2 of them were the
oh, okay.
yeah, so 2 of them are missing. Weird. Alright.
Who knows?
Where's the tiny church? I didn't realize it was so close to Saint Denis. Interesting. So heavy.
I
It-
got some on me and on the horse.
Okay, I'm so very heavy right now.
Same. I couldn't move. I'll let you deal with your buckets and then I'll hand you mine.
Alright.
Or I'll grab mine and then I'll just stand in one spot.
Okay. We're almost at 800. With yours, that's going to be definitely 800, probably 900.
Say I have about 100 on me, I think, right now, just hand wise.
Right.
Or 80, sorry.
So that's 160. So we need like, oh god, yeah, I can't even move.
Yeah, that's
So
why I was
heavy.
like, we'll just stay here, you know. Here's a good
So
spot.
yeah, I think 40 more.
40 more cane
Oh,
or 40
sorry.
more cubes?
40 more cubes, so 20 more sugar cane. If I math correctly.
Alright, I'll go ahead and start grabbing that. That way we can get out of here quickly.
All right. I'm gonna stay in here because it's so heavy.
Let me know if you can't move at all after.
All right.
Alright, got 20.
All right. A lot of running around going on.
Yeah, that's why I want to
Here.
quickly
need,
get out of here.
I might have miscalculated. We might need a few more. We'll see.
Just give me a heads up if we do, but yeah. Kind of why I want us to get going when we can.
I'll crush this up quickly and see how much. Yeah, I think I was way off.
How much more do we need?
Let's see. We're at 24, so we need 26.
26 more cane?
What? 13.
13 more cane. Alright. I shall be back.
All right.
Alright. 13 more.
Should be it. Alright, this crate has got 100, 200, and then we have 2 full crates of 400, so. It should be 1,000.
All right.
Then we just need 400 corn. I can't get through that little path on this wagon. There wasn't any way I was gonna get through that small path on the wagon.
No problem.
And accidentally get us decided to follow.
Oh.
Alright.
Please. All right, I'll start over on the field this way.
Okay. We just need 400 of this now. And I might suggest we just go back to St. Denis with the wagon and have wagon drivers take it to Blackwater because Alistair can't see the horse. And I know for a fact that it's hard to see a wagon you can't see the horse of. So I have some thoughts. So I'm still wanting to do the front with Dusty. And it's gonna be like it's essentially this era's food truck. Where she's gonna offer food and drinks to people traveling. Stationed outside of towns or that sort of thing. And to kind of help with the front of why they need this much corn and sugar, she's going to focus on having corn and sugar based products in her rotation. So like sweets, obviously is going to need a shit ton of sugar. And then corn on the cob you can eat by hand. Which she can pair with like kebabs, spear braised kebabs or whatever, because it's supposed to be all alcohol related. Probably nothing with the corn, but at least have it on the side with corn with your beef kebabs. And then, you know, in the ledger Luke can mark that up as what this is exactly for. I want to sit down and like look up menu items, recipes, and make them boozy in some way. And it has to be, you know, tacos would be easy to eat. Kebabs are easy to eat. Corn on the cob is easy to eat. Candy on a stick. Cookies, brownies, that sort of thing. Like, items you can eat with hands. Because I don't think like paper products were a thing. I'm not sure when they became a thing as far as to hold things in. I guess I should look that up. I'm not entirely sure when that became a thing. But it needs to be things they can take on the go and eat. There'll be places to sit at the speakeasies so she can offer more things if she so wants to.
Hello.
Hello.
Which crate has the corn in it?
We're at the last crate. I just filled up the third crate with 120 corn. So,
All right.
how much do you have?
$120.
So we're at 240.
Yeah.
All right.
So what we need,
We need
split it up.
400. So we need 160. Is that exactly
Oh, I think
how
there's like
much?
3, one that has 3, instead of a full stack.
Okay, that's 2 extra. So we each need together 79.
Okay.
Reward for Dusty's hard work. A drink.
I can't count.
Should have 2 bundles and 19. And you should have 40 extra that don't fit in the crate.
I got quite a bit more than that, but yeah. That's fine. It's more I just didn't. I was too focused on picking, didn't think about counting.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
we should have 360 in the wagon and 40 on you.
Yeah, we'll have enough, but when we get to the apartment in Blackwater, I say we'll go in, grab the crates that are already there, because I know they have things in them, and just swap them out. And then when we're done, we'll just bring those crates back in.
Okay. Also, I would suggest we just take this wagon back to Saint Denis
Yeah.
and have the wagon drivers drive it over there.
I fully agree. I did not want to drag it all the way to
Yeah.
Blackwater. I would get a headache. I will meet you up there,
All right.
but I'll keep you in my sight just in case someone decides to be an idiot.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go on the main road instead of that little path that she took.
Sounds good.
Oh, was that something in the woods? Was that a horse or something? I need to think about something.
Alright. I'll take us to Blackwater. What do you think?
Alright. Alright. I'm assuming this telegram is from you.
Yeah. Most likely.
Okay. We have... So the thing is, with the apartment, we only have room for 3 crates, so...
Yeah. Well, that's why I figure we swap out the crates that are in there, put at least 3, and then we'll eventually have to go grab the other, but, you know, that is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to make a extra trip around, but it could be worse. It could be doing this outside by a creek, using like a campfire, so you know.
Yeah. Campfires. Mm,
Sure, if it was an emergency, we just needed a base, sure, but yeah,
we got an apartment with 2 stoves and 2 sinks all set up and fancy, so
exactly. So yeah, our landlord might be strict on crates that are allowed in, but I'll take that over being outside and doing it.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that John had a few things stashed away, so and knowing how heavy mash and sugar and all that stuff can be, I figured we just swap out crates
Yeah. We just need
instead of trying to
because
remember to bring them back.
I think our buckets are there, so we need to remember to keep those, but
Whoever grabs the crate with the buckets, just grab them before you put the crates in the wagon.
yeah. And
I
I
think
feel like
there's 2 left in there.
yeah, I feel like at least one of us needs to be at the wagon at all times.
Well, we could always just put back the wagon and then go grab it again.
No, I meant while we're switching out the crates.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's fine. I'll grab the crates. I'll just have to grab my key from the bank,
Okay.
which is nice that the apartment's right next to the bank.
So long as the bank hasn't been hit.
True. In that case, do you have yours on the horse or?
Yeah, I've got mine on the horse.
All right.
My bank is currently carrying a lot of my ammo because I made some room.
I understand. Mine had a bunch of rum in it that I was using as decoy, but then I forgot to take it out of the wagon before my rental agreement ended. So,
Oh,
yeah, it's fine. I'll just buy some more cheap alcohol, slap a fake label on it when I need it.
that wasn't too bad. It was like
Yeah.
with both of us there, it only took like maybe a couple of hours to do.
Yeah, I think my issue last time was just too tired.
Yeah,
Made it feel like it felt, went on forever.
yeah. It would be cut down even shorter with the liqueur, but
Yeah.
when this time we need to make sure that we're very careful about how we're placing the sugar and ingredients because last time someone must have dropped sugar because I swear I had 1,000.
That's very likely. That or we already have an infestation.
Or that.
But oh yeah, with the whole trade I did for 30 shine, since it's not in the books because technically made no money. Don't tell John. Don't tell don't tell him what happened. I want to make him think I either lost it or drank it.
All right. You gonna fuck with him?
I want to give him a little heart attack when he comes back.
Uh-huh.
Gotta remind him. I don't know what I'm reminding him of, but I'm gonna remind him. Yeah, he grabbed the wagon. I'll grab the key
All right.
if it's not en route. But
What?
guess what?
Oh, God.
The bank's been hit.
Of course.
Yeah, I'll watch the wagon.
Okay, we'll get the one that's half and half.
When you get the crates moved in, or is that the last crate you're gonna bring in for now?
This is the last crate we're bringing in for now, so you can.
All right, I'll drop off the wagon back to the uh, depot and then come back.
All right.
Since you all have to let me in.
You remember the number?
Something.
18L.
Okay, I knew it was either 17 or 18, and I or L.
He's gonna have a hard time getting the stuff. Just realized you're gonna have a hard time actually getting into the
Oh
crates.
shit! Yeah. Well, I do have plenty of corn on me, so. Oh, I'll go ahead and give me some more.
How much do you have on you?
I have like 70. Like I said, I kind of just zoned out and started picking. Okay, good. I can still use the sinks at least.
You should have plenty of water, shouldn't you?
I use my canteen too sometimes to help with water, you know.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's nice to have elbow space.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't feel like I'm risking catching anyone on fire.
Whatever space we set this up in, maybe we need to get 3 stoves and 3 sinks.
Oh lord. Won't be suspicious at all.
Not at all. It's for, it's for my baking and cooking, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, just ignore the fact that 2 of us can't cook anything.
I'm teaching you how to cook things. That's what's going on.
Right, right.
Did you drop something?
Oh no, I slipped when I was drinking.
Oh, okay.
Corn and sugar me, please. And honestly, whatever leftover corn, I might just make a small batch just to have on a saddle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Might as well use up the rest.
Give you that to toss in there. Thank you. I almost forgo the sugar and just added more corn.
Well, I mean, so the mash that we're making is considered a thin mash, which is not the best mash for making infused ones because you add more sugar content by including fruits and whatever.
Yeah.
Which kills the fermentation process, that on top of the sugar we're already adding. So.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so the mash that I make for infusions is straight corn and not adding extra sugar besides whatever I infuse it with. Which is exactly what that man tried to explain to me, like I didn't know what I was talking about.
Ah, yes, I forgot. You having tits instead of a dick means that you clearly don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Very clearly.
He awkwardly left the conversation after I said, "I'm well aware. Thank you, though."
Like, ah, thank you. I've been doing this for some time.
Uh-huh. God, how long's it been?
Say, you make it sound like it's been quite a bit, so.
I mean, he took me in when I was 5, but obviously he wouldn't have me making that stuff at that age.
I'd hope not.
I think I was around 12? Yeah, I think I was around 12, so 20 years.
Yeah, so surely you've learned something in those 20 years. Hopefully.
We're out of sugar. We're out of sugar. We have corn still.
All right.
Our
You
other
wanna?
sugar crate is in,
All right.
which I need to grab, so.
You wanna have or have me hand off the mash you or I have mash I have.
Yeah, I'll hand off the sugar I have.
All right.
I'll
I
be
shall
back with the
be
rest.
here working dutifully.
The hell is my horse doing? Technically, we don't need to put this back in the wagon unless he decides he wants to use it because we have it for a bit longer. I guess we can just put it in there until we decide. Can I hold on here? You know what? I'll just put it down here because I don't know if we can or not. All right. You ready for more?
Yep.
You have sugar left over or corn?
I only have 10 corn left. Thank you.
Yeah, mash.
Yep. I've got 50 sugar left.
Do you have sugar left over?
I have corn left over.
No, please don't tell me I miscalculated again.
What, are you short sugar? Because remember, I did have too much corn.
Do you have 2 mash?
Yes.
Okay, so we're good then. We
Yeah,
just
I
have
was
extra.
extra corn then? If so, you can just hand that to me and I'll buy the sugar to make some to put on my horse.
Let me double check. Yeah, we have 20 extra corn.
Then yeah, that's exactly how much should be left over.
All
So
right.
yeah, if you want to stay here real quick, just so I can use the stuff, so I can let
Yeah.
you back in. All right, I'll be back.
So So another thing that I'm factoring in for the mash and not wanting to do the $250 with the sugar is because we're only getting 15% of deliveries. So you get 200 moonshine in that crate. Let's say it's like the least amount, so $10 per bottle. So that's 2,000. So we would like these 300. We'd get $300 out of that crate. $250 for the sugar. We'd only be getting $50 if we're not like paying for the crates or any of that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Might help if I had water.
Say it's $12, like the good average. I think you can get more for it, but it's like a rarity, so let's just say $12. You get $360. That's still not worth the $250 worth of corn if we're only getting 15%. So I was doing some math.
Yeah.
That's always dangerous. I think it might be wise if we continue to I mean, since it's just us, it won't matter, but had it been like a delivery driver, I was thinking, so that crate contains about 200 bottles of moonshine. If we think about it, that is, if they choose like the lowest that we're willing to accept, which is $10 per bottle, that's 2,000.
Mhm.
And we only get 15% of that, that's 300. So we're only technically getting $50 out of it if we don't count crates or anything else because of the $250 worth of sugar.
Yeah.
So, but that's if we were, you know, buying the sugar and everything else and offloading it to the delivery drivers and only getting that 15% cut to run that crate. Like it probably it wouldn't matter because we're just, I mean, you're technically just running it, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't matter to get the $250 worth of sugar, but it would if we were
Yeah.
sending delivery drivers.
Oh,
Because
something. I say something else I want to consider possibly is if we get some drivers who, let's say, they want to be really regular with it, they go through a crate a week, and we have other drivers as well who are just kind of maybe not quite as regular. We
mhm,
might consider offering sell wholesale to drivers who, again, say do this quite often, you know.
yeah, we could do that.
So that's something to an idea to keep in mind. It won't be every single driver, but we got a driver that's coming to us constantly. Hey, I'm out. Hey, I'm out. It might just
Yeah,
be beneficial.
as long as they pass my
Yeah,
whole moonshining class first, and then
yeah. And they have an apartment as well, so they can
yep,
store it, so it's not being stored and all together.
yep,
So yeah, I figure that's an idea we could probably shoot past Luke when he gets back.
yeah. I was
That
just
way, yeah,
figuring out the logistics of whether or not, you know, we could do the $250 um, worth of sugar. Makes
yeah,
sense if I mean, you're the one running it or Luke's running it.
yeah. If it's just us doing it, then I'm not against doing it because, well, I I mean, it didn't take us too long today, but say it's late and we realize that we're out, we probably should go do that. If
Yeah,
it's just, good for that time, then that's good, but it's not necessarily have to do every time.
yeah, because that's if it's the low end at $10, it's 2,000 for that crate. If it's high end ish. It's like $12 per, so 2,400 for that crate.
Yeah.
Which 15% of 2,400 is 360, which is a little bit better, but still not worth buying that sugar for.
Yeah. Which was why really hoping we get some drivers who are just like, hey, I want to create a week, or I
Yeah.
know I can go through a create a week. That way we can be like, all right, you can just give us a flat. I mean, technically, it'd be more than we'd be making on 15%, but at the same point, they don't have to wait for us to give them the supplies.
And would
And
you, if they're buying it wholesale, would you also make them do the cut at that point?
um, I'll have to talk to Luke about it because I'm kind of 50-50. Again, I think it would depend on the driver. 'Cause, I do want to keep good with the regular ones we hopefully end up getting.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe at
oh,
a less percentage if they buy it wholesale, because I feel like buying it
yeah,
wholesale and then also give us 15% of what you're running, then
yeah. That's why it's like unlikely, but it's something I don't want to give you a definite yes or no without talking to him about.
right. I've just been in my head thinking while we were doing all that. Between that
I'm
and
glad someone was, because I wasn't.
between that and thinking of possible food and stuff too. Because I would like, obviously, if we're doing this front thing, we are going to need reasons why we're getting so much sugar and corn. So I obviously need to
Yeah.
put something on the menu that's I mean, there's going to be things on the menu that take sugar, but corn base.
I mean, cornbread or something.
Yeah, I was thinking because if it's going to be a traveling wagon, it's obviously not going to have places to sit down and eat, so it needs to be things that you can actually eat with your hands.
Oh,
So
I mean,
corn on the cob, cornbread.
cornbread. Yeah, I can say that's a classic there. I mean, isn't that a cowboy's staple right there when it comes to bread?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware.
I can say, I mean, I've spoken to a few cowboys, but that's to my extent. I don't think I'm fit for that kind of life.
Yeah, I think it's something that they it's a staple for them. I've
Yeah,
traveled around enough. Um, and they're I can put that as a side for to soak up the alcohol that's in the food because I'm going to be cooking with alcohol. Of course, when you cook with alcohol, the alcohol content it basically burns out. You get the flavor,
yeah,
but still,
yeah.
they'd
Yeah.
also be buying drinks, alcoholic drinks. So the cornbread or whatever would be good to
Big.
absorb that.
Yeah. Yeah, be a good keep it a little sober. You don't want a bunch of drunkards hanging around us too much.
Yeah, we already have
Not
2 of those.
listen, we're functioning. That's the important part.
Yeah, we're functioning when it counts, where it counts.
Exactly, and that's all that matters. Most likely.
All right, we should get the crates back in here.
Yep. Grab the crates, and then I think that's about it for the night. Though I'm gonna work on that our little explosion stuff.
Okay.
So and I know that's gonna be dull as hell. Though I think Luke has a saw in one of those crates. I
I
think
think so.
if you could grab that one, you swap out the crates. I'd like that just because I am cheap and I don't want to buy my own. I know I
Uh,
need sawdust.
do you have a wagon or do you want my wagon? Because it's gonna.
Yeah, true. I mean, if you don't mind me borrowing the wagon, I'll repair it or I'll check it in at least. So you don't have to pay that fee, and I won't
Okay.
try to wreck it.
All right. Um, I mean, I don't mind going out there and helping you, but I also need to think about something for a good like 20 or so minutes. So maybe you
I
go out
mean,
there and.
I just need like 4 logs worth of wood shaving, so that's a tree and a quarter, so it shouldn't take me that long.
Okay. All right, then let me go get the I might as well just get the wagon because I'm gonna have to carry 2 crates.
Yeah. Oh, I'll come with you.
Didn't get this out of the way. Where's Gemma?
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Where did
There is
Guinness
a-
go? Oh, he's over there.
Yeah.
Give me your Guinness. You're gonna have 3 empty crates in here. I don't know if you're gonna need them or not.
I'll probably just end up leaving them somewhere.
Alright.
Happy thoughts? Alright, happy thoughts.
Yeah, huh?
Sorry, I'm so used to Luke immediately pushing me off the wagon. Every damn time.
I'd like to think I'm a little less aggressive than Luke.
You know, with how quiet it is, you wouldn't think he'd be all that aggressive. But, looks are deceiving.
Yeah? It's always the silent types.
Exactly. I shall watch the wagon. I mean, I'm using it anyway, but still. Oh wait, hey.
Uh-huh.
Does he also have an axe in there?
The crate that I'm holding does not. I'll check the other
Alright.
one. Or
Okay.
you can.
I don't think of anything juicy. Admittedly,
Okay.
I realized the problem.
Well,
Oh.
shit, Lily. Where to now?
I forgot that we need to bring a crate out first.
Oh.
We
Well, let me do
we
that.
don't have poker.
No.
No
Anybody
deputies
wanna play
to beat
poker?
the shit out of.
So did he have an axe?
Oh, he had a pickaxe, which I also need, so it's fine.
Oh, okay. Saws and axes probably at the workshop that's over there, or the depot lady at Strawberry.
Yeah.
I'll just put this one down here.
Alright.
We have 2 empty ones in that wagon, unless you want this 3rd one.
Nah. We'll just leave it here. Free crates. You know, community service.
Yep.
But alright, I'm gonna get started on this. You, take care if you come back around. I mean, let me know if you need anything.
Okay. Yeah, I'm likely gonna sit in here and really be deep in thought for 20, 30.
Alright, take care.
I don't know if I might as well stay on just in case I decide to come back. I would like to see what my telegrams are. So we'll just hang out in here. I could just cut this out of the recording. Okay, we are back. Let's see if we got any telegrams. It is pretty late. We might just do card stuff. Also, we need to get our shit from the bank. At this point, it should be unlocked. All right. All right, let's check our telegrams. Is there any cards here, maybe? I wonder if there's... I wonder where all the card locations are in Blackwater. Then again, we've got plenty of places. We should probably head on to Strawberry and start. So I don't know if I will be adding this bit to the recording. Unless RP happens while we're out collecting cards, and I'll add that bit. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of cuts in this recording. We just need 22 more, and all the locations that I have, we should be able to get that. Hello.
Hello. There's a playing card over there, by the way.
Yeah, I know, this is the reason why I was coming over here.
Oh.
What are you doing?
I'm doing alright. Bit of a headache. I was asking about plants.
Oh.
There you go. And workbenches, because I couldn't remember if there's one in this town or not.
I don't think there is.
Damn.
I think the closest... Wait. Unless there's one in the stable.
You know what? I'll check the stable before going all the way back to Blackwater.
Yeah, I know there's one in the stable at Blackwater, but it would be either inside that lumber place over there, the little workshop. To sell planks
I
at the inside of it, maybe.
I checked in there, none in there, but
Okay.
Oh, hey,
hello.
man. Hey, you're the lady that
Hello.
I seen over there, right? Maybe not.
Possibly.
I complimented your blazer.
No,
Maybe
that
not.
wouldn't
Anyway,
be me.
fair enough. Fantastic blazer. Who loved the purple? Actually, like the purple and gold. That's nice. Actually,
Thank
you're
you.
both dressed quite fancy.
Mm.
My word.
Thank you.
I might need to reach out because there's nothing in our little compendium of where they're located. Just a spot where they should be. So I'm not too sure. I have a few rangers who know a lot more about herbs. They may be around. Are you happy if I grab your telegram? I can write you.
Yeah, sure, that'd be good.
Is that okay? Sorry about that, partner.
Oh no, you're fine. You ready for it?
Fire away.
AY545.
And would you mind spelling your name for me, please, sir?
ALISTAIR.
Alistair. Okay, beautiful.
Yep.
I'll
Thanks
write
again
them
anyway.
now and no, I'm so sorry about that. I'll write them now and see if they're around at all. I know one friend of mine is coming around. She usually wakes up around this time. She knows a lot about herbs as well, so I might have an answer for you fairly shortly. But least I can do is kind of follow up with you, even if you find that information somewhere else.
Well, still appreciate it, but thank you for your time.
No, of course. Sorry, I couldn't be more help to you. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the closest one is in Blackwood. I don't think there's one in the stables here. At least not one that works. But
There's just nothing in this town.
I mean, just rangers.
It's still a pretty town, though.
Yeah, it's a pretty town.
Yeah.
It's just I wish there was just a little bit more in it.
Well, do
You
you
know,
though? Because if there was a little bit more
a
than
gunsmith would be nice, you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
true.
I mean,
You know, otherwise I got everything I need myself personally. But you know, I get it. It's if you're looking for things, it's kind of hard to, you know.
yeah.
What are you
Yeah.
looking at making anyway? Or how many are you after?
Poppies. I'm more or less just curious where they're at.
Okay. That's
We
fair.
we started ourselves a little book, and we wanted to put everything on there, you know, just in case.
Yeah. But
No, of
you
course.
take care. I'll keep hunting.
Well,
Yeah, no problem at all. Aside from the poisonous things and stuff like that, any other herbs and things, I'm more than happy to share with you and stuff like that. It's just I don't have that information privy to me right now. I'm sorry.
That's all right. You take care.
Yeah, no problem. No.
Oh.
You too as well.
so,
Oh.
since I have you here, I've got a couple of questions.
Fire
I'm gonna
away.
run to the stable.
All right, so you wouldn't
My
happen
name's
to
Sal
know?
too. Sorry, ma'am.
Nice to meet you, Sal. I'm Dusty.
Dusty. I like that name too. My goodness. Okay. Fire away, Dusty. What can I do for you?
Well, a friend that's currently away on a business trip mentions offhandedly that he's wanting to get himself a deck of cards. So I've been wandering around, you know,
How many?
cards.
What kind of deck is he after?
I think he just wants a deck of playing cards. I don't think he's really after one in particular.
Okay.
I was just wondering if I know of 2 places you can find cards here, but I don't know if there's any more in this town.
Yeah, I'm terrible with cards. I know there's one that randomly occurs on that little bench right behind you,
Mm-hmm.
but and I always just pick it up just because it's here and things like that. There you go. But
Oh,
but I
well,
don't know.
thank you.
No, of course. Hey, there I got, 2 more in the 2 more in our little lodge in there and stuff like that in our filing cabinet. But it's just a gift from other rangers, people doing the same thing that I do. I kind of just make them and then just put them in there for someone to take if they fancy them and things like that. So, yeah,
Appreciate that.
of course, no problem.
Also, second question. So
You don't mind if I smoke while we talk, do you?
that's fine. So I have a horse that threw a shoe and feeling pretty tender and everything else. I've been putting him on stall rest this entire time. Quite literally ran into a man named Conrad who said he was a farrier, but ever since I've telegrammed him, he's not been responding to me. So I was wondering if you happen to know of anyone else who is a farrier.
I don't actually. I'm never. There's a fellow who used to make knives and things like that. Who worked outside Blackwater there, but I ain't. Look, I'll be honest with you, Dusty. I've just come back after a little 5-month hiatus.
Okay.
And so my location on things like this probably not the best to you. All I could do is telegram a few. I know a few veterinarians and stuff like that are still working.
All right.
I might be able to telegram them, see if there's someone that they might use. Or I can even pass on their telegram to you if you like. I haven't seen them since I've been back. I've been back 3 weeks now, so I'm kind of useless to both of you, it seems. Aside from the deck of cards.
Aside from the deck of cards, that's a nice surprise there. Yeah,
I guess sometimes you got to settle for a 1 out of 3.
Exactly. 1 out of 3 is better than 0 out of 3, right?
I'll take what I can get.
Yeah. But yeah, if you could maybe reach out, ask some other rangers or something, because yeah, he needs to be.
Yeah, of course.
I'm still learning how to take care of horses. I'm not much of a horse person, but I realized he should have been reshoed a while ago, and he threw one of them, and he's acting all tender and stuff. So.
Of course. I'm sorry to hear that. It's yeah, always a crying shame when those magnificent creatures when they start walking funny, they're hurting, but they just brave on. It's it's hard to see.
Yeah, I
well, shoot, Dusty, would you like me to grab your telegram as well, and I'll reach out, or do you just want me to make a little list of people you can telegram and telegram that to you, or what's easiest for you? What can I do for you? That's
you can take my.
Are you happy for me to just telegram you and with some information?
Yeah, you can take my telegram and whatever information you can gather for me to get Patty back on his feet. Then.
Sure, no problem whatsoever. Whenever you're ready, Dusty, you fire away.
It's SX813. You got that?
Yeah, just writing ways I can help you out there.
Okay.
I have a few friends who I used to play poker with and things like that. Tex and Kid and a few other people like that. I know they still play around Valentine and Blackwater and stuff like that. They kind of roam around a few different places to play poker most evenings there. But they're pretty big card collectors, so I might reach out to them too and see if there's any. I know Tex used to do basically a 15-minute loop, and he'd end up with 15, 16 cards a hit basically. So I might reach out to him too, see if I can help you out with that as well.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, this deck is great. I know I've got like
sometimes
30?
It's better to make your own.
Yeah, that's what because I do know Kid, and he did help me a little bit with finding some cards, but he also was trying to, Lily's selling them if you would like to buy one.
Yeah,
but,
right. Yeah.
I like the idea of me actually spending the time to collect the cards myself. And
if you run into Kid again, or if you have his telegram, ask him to introduce you to Tex, or ask for Tex's telegram, because Tex used to. I know he's a pretty avid collector. Maybe, I mean, he never used to sell decks and things like that. He used to just, he'd throw out a few decks if they were spares and things like that. He was a good man. He was always kind of chasing that, those rare ones. But I know he used to have a few loops that were pretty good. So.
Okay. Yeah, if I run into him again. It's just I'm not much of a poker player. So every single time I run into Kid, it's always, hey, how are you doing? You want to play poker? So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a he knows what he likes, right? You got to give him that.
yeah, that's true.
What are you two doing with yourselves in the crossing anyway, if you don't mind my asking?
We're both pretty new, but we have some
Okay.
business ventures that we're putting
Join
our
the Rangers. What was that? Something on the wind, I guess. Join the
oh
Rangers.
yeah, just something.
Yeah, don't know.
Yeah. No, we're
Shit. No, that's fair.
I have an idea called Dusty's Boozy Delights, where I'm going to travel around with my wagon and sell imported alcohol and food and stuff, and just
Right.
travel around with that.
You wouldn't happen to be selling cigarettes and things like that, would you?
I would not, but
I tell you what, if you want to swing by once you're all kind of set up and things like that, when I write you, I'll send you my telegram too. I've been rolling my own. Dusty, here, I don't know if you're much of a smoker, but here, let me tell you, I don't know if you care about your health like I do when it comes to cigarettes.
mm-hmm.
Well, in my travels, I was all over the place, and I met this man from Tijuana. That's right, you heard me say Tijuana.
Mm-hmm.
And together we blended a cigarette so smooth it would. My word, it was like drinking glacier water. That's how smooth it was. I guarantee you, there's zero throat burn. Zero throat
really?
burn. You heard that right. That's right. So, like all good greats, I named them after myself. They're called the Sucker Sal Rolled Cigarette. I have a second blend as well. It's a fantastic name, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a second blend as well. It's a little bit heavier, a little bit dustier for those who like their whiskey dry and don't mind the taste of when they tar up that coffee in the morning and they just drink that. I just want that bitterness. It's called the Taste of Sal. A little bit heavier, but equally just as delicious. I tell you what, if you want to swing by, pick up 100, 200, 300, depending on how fast your customers are buying them from you. I'll give them all to you for free. I roll them for free for the Rangers and things. Yeah, of course. Just get them out there. Get them out there for the people. The people deserve to be having a taste and sucking on sales. Rolled cigarettes.
All right. I'll keep that in mind. You'll send me your telegram, so I'll reach out to you once I get all established. It's just the wagon. The wagon is the biggest part.
Yes, they are fucking expensive. And I don't really need money, so I'm more than happy to just roll cigarettes for free. I do it for myself anyway. I usually do a few hundred at a time, so.
All right. Yeah, once you give me your telegram, and I'll keep it and let you know once I get all established and roll on over here.
Sounds good. Well, not that I don't need money, but you know what I mean? Like, the state pays me pretty good, so,
I imagine so.
Yeah. And all I'm doing is talking to people like you, good people like you.
You really get paid to just sit there and talk to people?
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm a game warden, so I delegate a lot of my work. I send them out there, send the Rangers to do my bidding. Not really. It's just quiet. There's no tips, nothing like that at the moment. So, and I'm not even on duty. I just happen to be checking a little bit of paperwork for myself so I can have a nice long nap until tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, see, you do that. You go and check your paperwork and everything else and think that you're going to have a nice long nap, and something happens and you're forced to go deal with it.
No. There's a few things going on right now, but there's plenty of law. They seem to be all over it, so they're picking up a bit of our slack today. But
okay.
I read our paperwork. I've read a few things and crossed a few dots, crossed a few T's and dotted a few I's, and now I'm speaking to you, ever so lovely, Dusty. And, before long, I'll head over to bed. I'll probably send out a few telegrams first, just see what I can find.
All right.
And I guess we'll go from there. See if I can help you and Alistair. Alistair.
Alistair.
How long? If you just piquing my curiosity here, but how long have y'all been in the glorious crossing there?
He's been around for maybe a week. Myself, I've been around for a couple weeks, but I kind of left on a bit of a long vacation away and just came back. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. I came back with a bunch of goals, so now I'm pushing to try to make money and everything else to get it underway.
Of course, what you been doing to make money, if you don't mind my asking?
Farming mostly, but
Okay.
I'm a very flashy individual, and I seem to attract the wrong people when I'm out there farming by myself. So,
Right. If I do a lot of ranching, okay.
mm-hmm.
So a couple of really nice spots, pretty quiet. One by Valentine.
Yeah.
Just by just past Painted Sky and things like that. I can't. Called Dawn's Ranch.
Okay, yeah, I
A
think
little bit of. It's like kind of due southwest of Valentine, just about. A lot of people don't really go there. It's a very quiet place, very peaceful. And look, I mean, tell you what, I made. I think it was 2 hours or so. I made $1,000. Maybe an hour and a half. I made $1,000.
Oh goodness. You
So,
have to go over to Pronghorn to pick up some volunteer work over there, though, right?
Not always, not always. Sometimes you get a little bit of a roll and things like that. But Pronghorn's a good place too. Or always McFarland's as well. McFarland's is there's always someone doing stuff out there, so it's pretty safe.
Yeah, I think what I need to do is just avoid. I don't go. I go to Emerald Ranch, but I pick up for Hillhaven and Smickleen.
Mm-hmm.
But I still attract the attention of people over there, so I think I just need to avoid that area.
Well, look, a lot of people these days, they things like that. And if you don't mind my saying, though, I am a married man, so it's I hope you don't take that the wrong way. But you know, ne'er-do-wells and things of that like, you know, they like to associate themselves with particular sorts of company, I find.
Yeah.
And, you know, can't blame them. They're only human. Look at you. Love a little purple outfit and things like that. Anyway.
Yeah, I think what I probably need to do is just dress down. Maybe I won't touch the eye
You
of
got to be
people.
free to be yourself, you know?
That is also true. I don't like not being myself.
Shouldn't have to exactly. You shouldn't have to do nothing for nobody like that.
Mm-hmm.
If a simple "fuck you, get away from me" ain't good enough for them, then probably smart to play it safe. Probably don't do that, actually.
Yeah. I tend to play it safe. I managed to talk my way out of 2 of them, so I mean, I'm good with my words. I can talk my way out of things, but yeah.
Okay. Fortunately for me, a lot of people just tend to leave the Rangers alone, and I've been a Ranger for just over 2 years, aside from my little hiatus there. But I guess 2.5 years with my hiatus there. But a lot of people know me. A lot of people tend to leave me alone if I'm lucky. Touch wood.
Yeah, not to say don't jinx yourself here.
Yeah, look, if it happens, it happens. You know, ain't nothing that I can't replace aside from my life.
Yeah, that's the thing you gotta worry about, especially if you're a married man.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean? You think there's a flock of women lining up for old me? I don't think so.
That's not what I meant. I meant more, you know, if you end up losing.
Listen,
if you end up losing
that's
your
how
life.
I'm taking it.
Okay, all right. You can take it that way.
Throw the dog a bone, all right?
All right, yeah. You just got a long line of women out there.
Thank you for lying straight to my face like that, Dusty. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. It's wrapping the building here.
No. Oh, my goodness. No. Look, I know what you're saying. No, guns, horses. You know, I have a few poetry books and stuff like that. I'd prefer not to lose. Fortunately, most people ain't looking to take things like that. But I mean,
You got some nosy
ain't
people
nothing.
out there.
I mean, look, probably don't mean too much to no one but myself. So, oh yeah. Anyway,
Alright. Well, I should probably get going.
hey, it was good talking with you. Good meeting you. I hope you
Likewise.
find all your glories and things like that that you're looking to achieve.
Yeah, I hope
If there's
so
any further
too.
help I can help you with, or if you're looking for some company doing some ranching and stuff like that, feel free to shoot me a telegram.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. I think that's what I
Yeah.
need to do. Is it's better in numbers just to do that. So
Yeah, I mean, look, I usually I don't know what kind of times you usually frequent, but pretty versatile with my times. I usually come around when it's a little bit quieter as well, and I do a lot of ranching around then. Hang out with a few other rangers and stuff like that, and mostly talk a lot of shit like I've been doing with you, really, and yeah, make some money.
all right. Yeah, I'm
But
pretty
you're always welcome.
flexible with my hours too.
Oh, lovely.
Though I do like the alcohol, so sometimes I sleep in.
We all have our vices.
Yeah.
Are you a shiner or got that champagne?
I'm a whiskey person.
Oh, is that right? Okay,
Mhm.
okay. What is it about that sweet Irish whiskey that helps you wet your whistle so intently?
I mean, Irish is fine. I'm kind of pushing myself away from it because I had a bad run-in with an Irish group that I thought they were for my friends, turned out they weren't, and we used to drink a bunch of Irish whiskey together, so now I'm just kind of soured on it.
Okay.
I'm wanting to import Canadian whiskey in. I'm from Toronto.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you laughed because that could have gone real bad for me.
No,
But,
I'm fine.
I feel like you've already kind of picked up my sense of humor a little bit too, Dusty. So I feel like we're gonna be fast friends.
Yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, I wanna.
Yeah, no, lovely.
Mhm.
Canadian whiskey.
Mhm. I mean, of course, me. I'm not too picky. Whatever gets me drunk, honestly.
Okay.
But I usually gravitate to the whiskey. But someone hands me something else, I'm like, sure, why not?
What is it that about the drink that makes you drawn to it so heavily? You think you're hiding from something, or that may be a little bit too personal for you? I'm just inquisitive sort.
I just like it.
Okay. Hey, maybe one day we'll share a glass and
Yeah, maybe.
maybe I'll press a little deeper, and see if I can unravel the mystery of Dusty.
That's a challenge.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Pretty terrible with jokes, aside from off the cuff jokes and things like that. But what do you think of fun facts? I know a few animal facts. You want to hear an animal fact? A little fun animal fact for you before you leave?
Sure, why not?
Okay, you can tell this to your friends if you like.
All right.
Did you know pigeons die after they have sex? You believe that?
Really?
Well, at least the one that I fucked did.
Oh no.
It's about as good as my humor gets, by the way. So
I know, that was pretty good.
Oh shoot.
Well, I like the off-color jokes, so that was pretty good. Oh goodness.
I need a second to compose myself. I'm laughing too much at my own jokes. It's okay. I'm good. I'm back.
You good? Are you sure?
Yeah,
Don't need
I'm
that.
good. I'm good. Oh shit! All right, I'm gonna lock this son bitch up. Go send some
Alright.
telegrams. Send you a telegram. Send Alistair a telegram, and then I'm gonna head to bed. All right.
Alright. Have a good night. Oh, look at that. The sun's coming up, so I don't have to deal with wolves.
Perfect time. You don't have
Yeah.
a long arm?
I do, but, you know, I'm not the best.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Alright, well. Well, I was not expecting to get a deck from this guy, but you know. We'll have that deck and see if we can what deck we create with this other one. Anyone in the bath? All right. Okay. Let's go over. We'll make our rounds and see if we can make another deck. Oh shit. Actually we need this too. Nope. Definitely don't. We need to hitch up here. We don't need to fuck shit up. I don't get why he's stalling here. Oh shit. I was trying to get him to flee. And now we gotta take another bath. That was I knew it was like he's gonna kick me. I should have went to his side. Alright, we need a stew. We also need a bandage. And apparently we need to get bandages. So stew, bandages. Apparently that didn't help. This is what I get for trying to be helpful. Got kicked for nothing. So we're gonna do our little circuits, then we might run into Al again, and then we might close it up there. Because it's getting pretty late. And I still need to edit this down if I'm gonna upload it tonight. The game warden asking if she was a shiner. Rangers shouldn't be asking shit like that, right? God, there's a lot more discreet guns. Alright, so there's one. Oh, just one up there, I forgot. It's like, where's the second one? And there's two. There's one up here and there's one down there. I'm running out of room. As soon as we find a bank, we're gonna put the other deck away. I kind of don't want my Lancaster on me. Not unless I need it. Oh, wait. Duh. My brain. There we go, flat neck. So we didn't find any at Painted Sky. I didn't find any at Limpany. I don't think I need to look for any more. There he goes. You must be AFK. You're not paying attention. Alright, so the one here... There's only one here? Is there only... I can't remember if there's only one or two. Let's see. Let me double check. Just the one that I can find, that is. Nope. All right. We'll go to Valentine so we can put this deck away. There we go. Now Alistair knows that she wants to talk. Really? Come on. It's gone? What the fuck? Great. Am I gonna be glitched now? Do I need to go to sleep? Did it fall down? Oh no. We'll sacrifice one other card to see if it works, and if not, we'll take a nap. Okay. Sorry, I had to look at something. Anyways, let's sacrifice this card to see if it works, and if it doesn't, we'll go take a nap. Come on. There we go. Nice. Alright. So it's that card being weird. I don't want to scare anyone in there. I'm just letting you know I'm going up on your balcony to pick up a card. What I want. Little saloon, cemetery, and then 2 houses, which we'll just run up to and say use our horse. Wow. When I finally doing a circuit of these, and all I'm getting is tarot. Seriously? Rude. See, this right here tells me that it is randomized. Let's see what this telegram is from. Shit. Alright. I guess we need to go to Strawberry. Alright, let's get over there to talk to Alistair. And then we'll be back at it, and once we do finish our circuit, which will end us in Rhodes, I guess we'll just lay our head down there. We'll keep doing that until we get the cards that we need. We're almost done, and then we can focus on making money.
Jergens cream.
It just scared the shit out of me. I didn't even see him. I would have stopped to interact with them, but I know that Alistair is going to bed with this, so we need to have this little conversation.
Hello.
Hello?
Ah, that was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, especially by yourself.
Ah, it wasn't so much that, it was just trying to keep track of that many small things at once.
Yeah.
But hey, we have one whole stick now.
That's good.
It's a start.
Yeah,
I
it's a start.
I have to get a bit of a little stock that way, you know. Never know when it could be useful.
Yeah, I never know.
Anyway, go ahead and tell me what you've found out.
So the game warden, he I asked him a question about, cards, and as soon as he heard that, he immediately walked into the lodge and came back out and gave me a deck of cards for free.
Jesus.
And I was like, "Oh, that's not what I meant, but thank you." I'm still gonna collect cards because I'm close to making another deck. So, but yeah, I got that out of him. And we got to chatting. He was asking how long I've been in the crossing and what my plans are and everything else. And then he straight up asked me if I was a moonshiner.
Why?
It's like, what kind of game warden asks that kind of question?
Good God.
I said, no, I'm a whiskey gal. I like my whiskey. Because I was talking about how I was importing alcohol and stuff for my business. So I guess he assumed moonshine or something. But you don't import moonshine.
Good God. Well, good to know he knows how to jump to conclusions.
Yeah. That got to, he tried to, he's trying to pry information from me. Because I was like, I like a good whiskey, but, any alcohol will do. And he's like, so, what's a pretty girl like you having, what sort of problems does a pretty girl like you have to be drinking that heavily?
I
Just
mean,
kind of,
damn, I just calling you out there.
it's just, I kind of stared at him. He's like, I just like alcohol. And he's like, maybe I need to take you to get a drink and, pry some more and see if I can get that answer out of you.
Can a lady have hobbies?
Yeah, exactly. Why can't I have a hobby of drinking? But now apparently I have a drink with him. And let's just let you know, he's married.
Listen, a ring's never stopped a fella.
That's true. That is true. I have seen it plenty at the cat houses and brothels I worked at. But yeah, he seems to be invested in trying to figure out the mystery that is Dusty.
You
He
have
also
something about you that just lures men in, eh? I'm
apparently
impressed.
that's the reason why I was so good at my job at the cat houses and brothels.
Apparently so, because Jesus, are we gonna threaten another man if he hurts you or makes things weird? I mean, damn.
He also offered to be my ranching buddy, so I don't get hurt or anything.
I
So
mean,
I
with
can
your
make
luck,
money.
that might be good.
Yeah, yeah. And he also said that he apparently rolls his own cigarettes. He has one blend that's smoother and the other one's a little bit more like, if you like tar coffee,
Oh,
a little
jeez.
bit, intense, bitter. And he said he'll give
Lemon
them
in the
to
back
me
of your
for,
throat.
yeah. He said he'll give them to me for free once I get my business up and running so I can sell them on my wagon with everything else. I said, free, really? He's like, yeah, I just, roll my own. I usually roll a bunch of them. I make enough money, just sitting here talking to pretty people like you as a game warden, delegate to rangers. So I don't need the money from the cigarettes.
Damn. Look at you go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's a good asset to have.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently now I have a game warden in my back pocket.
Just means that we have to be more sure of keeping you as a front and, not too closely tied to our doings.
Yeah. Which is fine so long as I can still brew my stuff
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
and run my speakeasy.
Yeah.
What else did he say? He said a very off-colored joke to ends the conversation.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like, you want some, you know, I'm not really good with jokes, but I got some animal facts for you. You want to hear an animal fact before we part ways here? And
Oh
I said,
Lord.
sure, why not? And he said, did you know that pigeons die after sex?
What?
Yeah, I was like, do they really? And he said, well, the one that I fucked did.
Oh my God.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yep.
That is some serial killer bullshit.
Why do I attract the weirdos?
I don't know. I Maybe you need to turn down that charisma, like just like 3 notches, just bump it down a little bit, all right? I don't know if you're looking for a man, but maybe you just need to just knock that, toggle down just a little bit,
Yeah, maybe.
cause that's some serial killer shit right there. Jesus Christ. Thought my pickup lines were bad. At least I don't go around saying I fuck birds.
Exactly. And he mentioned he got a little bit morbid, and he said, you know, I don't really have, you know, much of value on me, but you know, have to play it safe and don't want to lose a life. And it's like, yeah, especially you when you're a married band like this. And he's like, what are you saying, Dusty? That I have like a long line of women waiting for me? It's like, that's not what I meant. I meant if you lose your life. He's like, just go with it. Just go with it. Just, you know, I'm gonna take it like that's what you said. And I was like, yes, Sal, you have a long line of women wrapping around this lodge for you.
Lord. It's probably a good thing there's not a house here. That man would never be seen at his work.
Yeah.
But good to know that we might have another thing to supplement the rest of our, collection of things to sell.
Yeah, because he's gonna give it to me for free, so I could just sell it full profit.
Exactly. Never turn away from an easy sell.
Exactly. Always good to
But
have people like that in my back pocket.
that is very true. But
Oh.
yes, I did ask around a little bit more while I was in Blackwater. There is no crafting table here or workbench here. And there is one in the stable in Blackwater, so I will be making our sticks.
Oh, there is one random thought. You know how I pointed out the painted sky is a place?
Yeah.
There is actually a workbench in the stable in there.
And at that point, I'd be a little bit worried about, at least with the Blackwater, if I'm doing that stuff. If I do it alone, I got people around me, you know? They might
Yeah,
not be the most reliable people, but it's at least, witnesses if shit happens.
yeah. I mean that is true. I'm just saying that I just found that interesting that there's a
We'll
workbench there.
Keep that in mind if we're going out as a group. Say I got like a bunch to make.
Yeah.
And because with how much wood shavings and everything you need, definitely would need a group of people if I had to make more than like say 2.
Yeah.
Because animal glue is a lot bigger than it looks.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of shocked on that. But anything else to share before I go lay my head down for the night?
I think that's it. Just amusing that yet another guy. Which, I mean, it seems like Tommy is done with me, so.
Yeah, I've seen him around, so.
Yeah. That's fine.
Shame on him. That or you weren't easy enough for him. That could also just be the thing.
Yeah.
Some men just don't like a chase, and that's a shame on them.
Yeah. Such a shame.
Alright, well, you take care and be safe. I'm gonna go pass out now.
I was planning on finish making my circuit, but you know what? I probably should I didn't realize how late it is.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm very tired, and it's that time of night where nothing good happens.
That is true. I can make my rounds in the morning.
I will be around tomorrow for a
Alright.
good chunk of it. So
I'm up to 36 cards, so I'm getting there.
I'm getting there. Alright.
Alright. I've changed my mind. This is already 5.5 hours long, so I'm gonna do a lot of trimming. And it's late, so we're gonna go ahead and just call it here and we'll get the rest at another date. Alright. That's it for me. I'll be back tomorrow.